Welcome to Aspen Yoga. My name is Stacy. And for today's beginner yoga session, we are going to focus on our core and stability. So this section right here, stability of our hip flexors, our shoulders, our glutes, our back, and then our core from our abdominal area in through our lower back as well. Beginner, so we're going to start off everything nice and slow. You will need your yoga mat and grab a blanket for this session because we will be on our knees a little bit. And I always like to sit on a blanket as well. So go ahead and gather everything that you need. Meet me back on the mat for our beginner yoga session, core and stability. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and take that blanket, and it's folded into a little rectangle here, and let's go ahead and sit up on it. I always find when we sit up on our blanket that we elevate the hips, opening up our hip joints a little bit, and then also opening up through our core. Sitting with your legs crossed, let's just take some time to center ourselves, get ready for our practice. Inhaling here. And exhale. And as you inhale, feeling your abdomen and your chest. Exhale, relax your shoulders, your spine is tall. I want you to take some time here to allow your body, your mind to settle, to get ready for our practice, to slow down from your day. Remember, this is a beginner practice, so do as you are comfortable. Do a couple more breaths together, inhaling here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhaling. Inhaling, let's reach the arms up tall. And as we exhale, let's place one hand on the floor as we stretch and lean. Reach through those hands. I want you to drop the shoulder away from your ear so we're not propping ourselves up on our arm. Our elbows are relaxed. Keeping the opposite hip on the floor. And remember, you are elevated with your blanket, so you may not get as close to the floor as you usually do. Pressing away from the floor, coming up, cartwheeling those arms over, and reaching to the other side. Fingers, drop the shoulder away from the ears, you stretch. So really thinking about grounding this hip, reaching through the fingertips. Nice deep breaths. Good, and as we come up nice and tall, open and down. Rolling the shoulders back. Last one. Good. Let's go ahead and come into cat and cow. So we're going to start with a tabletop position. And this is where you can utilize your blanket if you like. So if you need a little bit of extra padding on your knees, you can absolutely use that. If not, you can go ahead and put your blanket to the side. Our knees are hip width apart. Hands on your palms or your knuckles or shoulder width apart. I want you to round your back, tuck your chin for cat. Looking up, put a sway in the back for cow. Good. Coming into cat. And cow. Nice. Let's have a nice exhale with our cat. As we inhale into cow, pressing away from the mat. Good. Coming back into cat. And cow, moving very mindfully, very slow. Last time into cat. And cow. Good. Coming back to that neutral spine. So back to that tabletop. Let's go ahead and do some bird dog. So I want you to extend your opposite arm and your opposite leg out. My thumb is to the ceiling. My leg is stretching out. So as we do bird dog, I don't want you to let your belly button sink. I want you to keep your belly button tucked up tight. Reach through the fingers and the toes. Nice deep breaths here. Good. Bringing the hand and the knee down. Switching sides. Stretch that leg out. Reach through the hand. Thumb is up. Hold here as you breathe. Always being mindful of keeping this midsection tucked up, that we are not letting it sink down or letting that leg behind us lift. Nice, bringing the hand and the knee down. Staying here in our tabletop position. Again, if you are uncomfortable on your palms, just come to your knuckles, take some pressure off of the wrists. Let's go ahead and thread the needle. So take the arm that is away from me, thread it underneath, reach out. Good, bring your ear to the mat, stretching through the fingertips. Nice deep breaths. Good, pressing up and switching sides. Reach it through. Listening to your mat. And pressing up again. Coming back into that tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Lift up into downward dog. Oh, good. Nice to stretch those legs out a little bit. Let's just do a little pedal. So one side to the other. Just a little pedal. Good. Press through those heels. Good. From here, I want you to I want you to take the hand that's furthest away from me and bring it to the knee that is closest to me. Good. And bring it back down. Those are rough, so let's try it again. Opposite hand to the knee and bring it down. Working on some shoulder stability. Good. Let's do that one more time. And if you need to spread your feet out a little bit farther for some stability, you can do that. Let's take the hand away from me to the knee and switch sides to the knee and bring it down. Good. Let's come on to our hands and knees. Slide back into child's pose. Take some recovery here. You can turn your palms up. Let's turn those palms up to the ceiling. Stretching out the arms. Good. Coming back up onto the hands and knees. We're going to work ourselves into a plank. So as we come into a plank, I want you to come into your forearms. So let's go ahead and just lie on our bellies here into full plank, and we're only going to start with 15 seconds. So I want palms down. I want your elbows underneath your shoulders, and I want your head right between those hands. Okay, so everything's going to be nice and in line. Let's go ahead and tuck those toes under, pick up into your plank so your plank is nice and straight and strong. Good. Now, if this is like too much, just come onto your knees. Okay, so I want you to think of keeping that tailbone down. We are not in dolphin. That's coming up. We are going to be in full plank here and down. Nice job. Good. Let's go ahead and tuck our thumbs under our armpits and just press up and down. One more time, pressing up and down. Good. I mentioned dolphin earlier, so let's go ahead and come in to dolphin. So we're going to come into our full plank, tuck our toes under, and come up into dolphin. So let's lift here, and dolphin is just lifting that tailbone up to the sky. Okay, so pressing through the forearms, lifting up. Dolphin is just a shorter downward dog. Nice deep breaths. Good. Go ahead and come onto your knees and then all the way down onto the floor again. Hands come beside you, so my elbows are tucked down. My forehead is onto the mat. We're going to do a little Superman. So as we do Superman, I want you to lift your upper body, squeezing your shoulder blades, and at the same time, I want you to lift your lower body, squeezing your glutes. Your eyes are on the mat in front of you, and bring it down. Now, if this is too much extension on your back, shorten your height. Don't lift as high. So again, lift and hold. And bring it down. Good. Let's press back into child's pose. Kiss those toes. Open the knees. Drop the head and neck onto your mat. Nice deep breaths. Good. I want you to go ahead and come on up. We're going to do a gate pose. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to, and again, if you need your blanket for your knees, you can absolutely do that. But we're going to go ahead and just be on our knees. From here, you're going to bring one leg out. And instead of leaning down for like a side plank, we're going to go ahead and come up and over. Okay? So from here, think about a nice tall spine. Inhaling up. And as you exhale, I just want you to slide down that leg. Good. So we're getting a nice stretch through the outside here. And then we're also getting some stability through the hips. Good. Go ahead and bring it down and switch sides. So get that nice extension here. Nice and tall. Inhaling up. And slide down. And you might find that you have a little bit more range of motion on one side than the other. So we're sliding down here, reaching through those fingertips. And as I have that more range of motion, I might find I'm feeling a stretch through the hip flexor. Stay away from really resting on the knee so I can be above the knee or below the knee, reaching that arm over. Nice, getting a nice stretch through the inner thigh as well. Good, go ahead and come back up and down. Good, let's go ahead, grab our blankets again, have a little cross-legged sit. Right back where we started. Sitting tall. Nice deep breaths. Let's reset. Good. And as we inhale, think of filling your abdomen and your chest. As you exhale, your shoulders relax. Let's take some time to sit here, to let our body settle back from our practice. And as we're here, let's just do some small circles. And circles the other way. And coming back to the center. Sitting tall. Nice deep breath. And let's sit here with our thoughts. Allow your mind to wander. Any areas of tension melt away with an exhale. Nice deep breaths. Good. And as we take a deep inhale here, exhale, our shoulders relax. Last time together, taking a deep inhale and exhale. Again, my name is Stacy with Aspen Yoga. This was our beginning yoga session, core and stability. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you again next time.